I'm surprised that this shooting in Fort Hood. Now, this is not the first time individuals with Islamic sort of sympathies or culture or religion have, shoot up the place. Now, I recall that during the Second World War, the Japanese were interned, and I think Germans also had some interdict. But I'm not suggesting that you intern Islamic people. But all I'm saying is that this war, which is against Islamic nations, it's not against Islam. You have it would be easier for these folks to side with the brothers when they get to the battlefield, shoot you up, or shoot up their own people in America or at various bases. Now, I think our government knows what they need to do. I don't know if somebody's trying to play like, oh, we're not racist, we've learned from the Second World War, we've learned from the past. I don't think so. Because in my experience, I've had so many problems here in America that I don't think that racism is over, and we know how to victimize and how to keep back people that we don't like, especially if they're not of our own race. I'm missing, and I can't even get some help here. They've taken my daughter away. I haven't abused her, I haven't abandoned her nor neglected her, but simply because I'm black and I'm well educated and I got more sense than these Republicans in Florida, they decided that, hey, he's black, he should be seen and not heard, and so they took my child away, terminated my parental rights. I wasn't even welcome to or informed of the time, place, nor date of the hearing. They did not even send me a copy of the petition, but they terminated my parental rights, saying that they didn't know where to locate me, so they published it in the local paper. But when they got the order to terminate my parental rights, they sent me the copy in California here. So we know how to discriminate. We know how to do people that we don't like, things that we think. But then again, I'm just wondering why the Pentagon or the Army or these people don't figure that, look, this is not a war for the Islamic brothers. I mean, maybe you could get people who speak the language from Iraq, not military trained civilians that you don't expect to be shot, but you could be lured into some trap too. I mean, you got to think. As I said, we know how to discriminate. We know who to discriminate against, and they're giving me so many problems. I sent an email to the judge. I said, Judge, you violated my due process and my constitutional rights. What you have to say about taking away my daughter just like that? Now, he handed it off to the police, the Jacksonville police, and they sent me an email, called me. I could help you. I mean, you can't help me at all. Why don't you appoint a federal prosecutor to look into this case? Which you say, I'm not going to get no federal prosecutor in this thing. If you have any questions, you could call me back. Now, I told her, I said, look, I haven't committed any crime here by communicating with this judge. So why you have to contact me and ask me to call you and even talk to me? Because I didn't threaten him or nothing. Again, as I say, Jacksonville Sheriff Department, they're good at discriminating. I mean, I don't want to get on this, how they're evil over there. But this thing has happened too many times. Now, if this was a war against the Jews or the Israelis, oh yes, you'll get all the Islamic people in there, and they'll do suicide stuff. They'll be giving you high fives. They'll be excited by this war. So unless you have a war against Israel, it don't make sense having these Islamic brothers, join. I mean, they probably. Or I don't know how to handle it. You have them in a platoon by themselves, they'll join with the enemy and shoot you up. I mean, it's not necessarily racial profiling or anything, it's just common sense. You can't have these folks in the army because you're fighting against what they perceive as Islam, the brothers, etc. It don't make sense. Again, I'm saying if you're fighting against Israel, oh yes, you'll get the whole Iraq will join the army, you get the whole Afghanistan join the army, you get all the Islamic people around the world will join the army to bash Israel. So unless you're fighting with Israel, I think that this government needs to ask these brothers that this is not a war that we want you in. We have other wars that we can get you in, but not this one right now. As I said, the government know how to discriminate. They give me so many problems. Somebody went into my van yesterday, took my radio out, opened my door and left it open, left my windbreaker window open to come into my room. They shifted my cabinet. I could see it in here. Now if I go and ask downstairs to see the video, I won't see nobody coming in the room because you're dealing with the government, okay? And I mean, when you're going to complain now, they're going to say you're crazy, you have a mental problem. But I don't know if they really believe that, because here they're having these Islamic people that shooting up and blowing up our troops. So we need to, if we're going to give the Islamic people an opportunity to shoot up the country, give me a break so I could bless this country with my experience and my concepts. Okay, give me back my child. They took away my child simply because I'm more qualified, I'm more educated than them, and they're trying to get me locked up on every turn. People trying to set me up. They're coming with all kind of stupid stuff. So I don't understand why they keep doing this dumb thing.